Okay, well, I think I figured out how to divide by 0. And so hear me out. Studying number theory to further explain why 10's not a number. Why is it every time I try to make a video, I just burp a lot? Like I go up to just random people. If I talk to anybody, I just start burping. Fuck, man. Alright. Let's get on with it. I just woke up. It's freaking early. But I feel good. So, throughout the night, I've been working out this oddity that 1 is probable to 0 if 0 is equal to 1. And it just sounds nonsensical. But, so we agree that 0.9 repeating is equal to 1, right? Just to try and get rid of some issue and flaw in number theory. So when you look at 0.1 repeating, plus 0.1 repeating, you got 0.1 repeating, 0.2 repeating, so on, 0.3 repeating, which are all numbers, right? So we have 0.3 repeating, that's 1/3. So it's really weird until you get to 0.9 repeating plus 0.1 repeating. Isn't that weird? If 0.9 repeating is technically 1, you add it up to 9, but you didn't do it 10 times and you got 1. But then if you take 0.9 repeating plus 0.1 repeating, which is technically 1, you are left with 1.1 repeating. There is no 1.0. There is no 10. 10's gone. Pretty bizarre. And yet, if you take 0.9 repeating and you take that plus 0.1 repeating, it goes with a weird number, right? It's not an actual 1. It's 1 point, all these carryovers, right? And then, so to equal 1, right, you have to have 0.9 repeating plus 0.0 repeating ending in 1. That's how you get to 1, which is adding, technically, 0. And so, your fundamental value there is wherever our fundamental value is. You know, you can have an infinite amount, but you can't, technically. It's just that 0 then would be whatever computational limit you have. And right now, the most efficient computer is a quantum computer. I have no idea how many zeros it can calculate. But at a certain point, it would say 0.00000. And go launching in that direction, right? Hits its limit. Now you know that that's your limit. But if you divide that number by 10, you're left with 0.0s, all in that direction, ending in 1. And so that's 0. That would be how you divide by 0, because you have your fundamental limit, and then you have this number that exists outside of that. And so technically, you can divide by 0. And that's just saying with our computational limits. But what's our actual fundamental value for physics and quantum mechanics and everything, and sub-quantum physics. Well, that's a great question. Because once you can find that, then you can calculate everything. It's just, how many decimal places is it? We don't know. I don't know. I get closer and closer and piece things together, but all this nonsense trying to fix number theory. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not, who cares? I'd never claimed to be a mathematician. It started getting confusing when we were doing fractions and then rounding numbers, and that's when I gave up, because it's just saying one thing and doing another. Saying one law and breaking that law. It's like saying there's gravity, but we don't have gravity. We're going to break gravity. There is no gravity, it's just that we have gravity. And so rounding numbers is like that for me. It's a big headache. Anyway, that's how you potentially divide by 0. And y10's still not a number.